Learning music scales. Traits of the first scale types you will learn. So what is the difference between the scale types? Let's take a look at these first type scales that you will learn. The chromatic scale is defined as the 12 notes from any root note to the same note an octave above. It uses all 12 tones that can be played between these two notes. The major scale is an 8-note foundation scale. It's a root to an octave higher and provides a basis for learning other scales. There's a very specific math formula to create a major scale. Most often the C major scale is the start to studying scales. It is the white keys on a piano running from the note of C to the next higher note C. We've shown them all here in red. The natural minor scale, also referred to as the relative minor scale. This sequence of notes is directly related to the major scale. All minor scales start on a minor third below or a major sixth interval above the root note of a related major scale. In this case, the C major scale will have a related A minor scale. It's a third below the C. The melodic minor scale is a sequence of notes that is related to the formula of a major scale, but only has the third interval as a flat note. It's like taking the previous natural minor and raising the sixth and seventh intervals a half a step. The melodic minor scale. Related minors start on a minor third below the root note of the major scale. However, a major scale may get modified to melodic scale for use in the jazz. That is, C melodic might get used along with C major. Here we can see that the only change then from C major to C melodic is the flat third note. Now the harmonic minor scale is a sequence of notes that is related to the major scale and flats the third and sixth note intervals only. This is the most common minor scale learned when first studying music. Let's take a quick look. Here's the C major scale, no flats. The C harmonic minor scale shows that the third and sixth notes are flat, but the A harmonic minor, which is related to the C major scale, doesn't quite show the same thing, although it is the same thing in half steps and whole steps. The scale has a 3 half-step interval between the flat sixth and the major 7, providing it with a very unique sound. It is used extensively in classical music. Many great pieces have been composed using the minor keys. Here you can see on both the C harmonic minor, where we show the 3 half-step interval, and on the A harmonic minor, where we show the same thing. Now let's talk about scale modes quickly. Scale modes are other 8-note combinations starting on different notes but using the initial major scale notes. If we move up one note on the major scale, we call this the Dorian mode, and that is on the D note of the C major scale. This is like playing the C major scale starting on the second note and playing all the white keys. The unique here is that you will see that starting on the different notes, we now have different half steps and whole steps, showing that now in the Dorian mode there's a flat third and a flat seventh interval. Simply put, starting on any white note and playing the next 7 white notes is a mode. The whole and half steps will change depending on the starting point. Let's look at starting on the E of a C scale. This is the third note, and we can play the third note, all the white notes. But you see what happens here? We now have 4 instances where we've changed the intervals, or the steps, and we have 4 flat conditions. If we start on F and play those same white notes, we now see that we have changed the 4th note of that scale to a sharp. As you can see, there's a number of relationships and formulas to learn when it comes to scales. Knowing these specific scales allows you to begin forming chords and specifically using them for creating and improvising. Explore more at themusictheoryworkshop.com, where you can find out about learning music scales in a workshop methodology as well as learning other music theory elements.